you. We'll go to the line of Dean Cruikshank with NBA UK. Please go ahead.
Hi, Kevin. Do you feel last night was a little bit of a dampener compared to the way you have played against other teams in the East?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Say it again. Do you feel like last night was a little bit of a dampener after the way you dominated the East to take a loss last night?
I mean, at the end of the day, they defended their home court. We naturally felt like we could have played better, taken the game to them a little bit more, and also played with a better pace. But we were a little bit sloppy on both sides of the ball. Some of our rotations weren't there, and also, there was times where we could have, been smarter or made better decisions as far as fouling in the open court when they had an advantage, and they're so devastating in that open court, especially when they get a defensive stop. So there's a number of things we felt showed on the tape that were very telling, and we feel like we can get better at. But at the end of the day, like I mentioned, they did what they were supposed to do. They played well, didn't turn the ball over, and defended their home court.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from Dave McMenamin with BSCS.
Yes, Ben. Kevin, you mentioned pushing the pace and put a tie on the previous call. What does that look like? How much does that fall on KYRIE and LEBRON, or how does the entire team go about doing that?
You mean looking at the tape as a whole?
Yeah, like what can you guys do as a team to push the pace, or does that just fall on KYRIE and LEBRON?
I don't know. I think it's all of us, and when they get some of those, when the Warriors get some of those open looks and momentum changing and type of plays, and they get out on those runs, which they're so tough when they get on those runs, get their crowd into it, that sort of thing. It's tough for us to then get the ball out and push with pace, but it's a combination of a number of things. It's us, getting stops, not circling back to the ball, making sure that we're getting out, getting numbers, and we always use our pace to our advantage, no matter who we're playing. So it's not just one or two guys; it's each and every one of us. But defensively, our schemes were there. We just need to execute them, and I think that's ultimately what showed up on the tape, and what Ty talked about, and continues to. Preach to us when we're out there, especially on the offensive end, because we're so much better when we play that way. And, we've seen that the past 3 years with this team.
Thank you. Our next question is Jeff Shadell of News Herald.
Hey, Kevin, how do you guys get other players besides you and LeBron and KYRIE involved in the offense?
I think guys just overall just need to settle in. It's the finals are obviously a different feel, a different moment, especially playing away from home. Like we had on the Eastern Conference Finals. Having to settle in, whether it's after the first quarter, first half, first game, whatever it is. So I think now that certain guys have gotten a taste to it, even guys that have been here before and have the experience have gone out there, gotten a feel of what things are going to be like in this series. I think you'll see a lot better showing in Game 2. The guys, in a lot of cases, not for lack of effort. I think guys are going out there competing very hard, and in some ways it's just us, focusing even that much more on the game plan and knowing how we have to play this Warrior team.
Thank you. Next we'll go to the line of Alvaro Martin with ESPN.
Kevin, Tristan had an extraordinary game in terms of few rebounds. Were the Warriors doing anything scheme-wise from your point of view that other teams hadn't done? And if they were, in your opinion, what opportunities does that create for you, for the rest of you on the court?
I think sometimes the ball just might not bounce your way in certain games. I think Tristan will come out in Game 2 and be a lot more assertive and just use his will to get rebounds on both sides of the ball. He's so capable and so good at doing that no matter who we're playing against any team in the league. But I thought they were doing a good job of boxing out. On the offensive end, they were tipping the ball out, trying to get extra rebounds, and even some of their guys, 1 through 4, wasn't only the 5-man. They were going in there and crashing from the perimeter as well when they didn't have that swing or guys were hitting long shots. So they knew there was going to be long rebounds, balls were going to be taking different bounces. So I think Tristan will come out and have a big effort in Game 2.
Thank you. Our next question is from David Giniazzo with Gazzetta dello Sport.
Hi, Kevin. I was curious about how do you evaluate your own performance in Game 1, and what do you think you need to improve to have better your team in Game 2?
Just keep filling in the blanks, filling in the spots against this team. I think, defensively, depending on who's guarding me, just continuing to keep using that word assertive, being able to pick your spots. That's what you have to do, when playing my position against the Warriors. Just continue to be assertive, pick your spots, and also keep hitting the glass as much as you can. So as far as my performance, it's not really about me. Just trying to continue to make an impact as best I can.
Our next question is from Michael Wallace with Crime City Media.
Hey, Kevin, Ty Lue just mentioned earlier that James Posey spends a lot of time working you out, working with you, and that kind of thing. What have you seen from him that you sort of pick up as he tries to matriculate through the coaching ranks? What stands out about Posey and sort of his coaching methods?
Yeah, Posey's very, very self-assured, very confident. So I think, I think that helps me. That's helped me out since day one. He's a guy that's, basically played. He's played a lot of different roles in this league. He's played on a lot of teams that have had success and done well. So, my respect is very high for James Posey, and he was one of the guys that I, kind of sought out and, continue to kind of pick his brain for how I can get better and how I can help this team.
For a guy that doesn't really speak a lot, doesn't talk a whole lot, how do you sort of open him up to, as a communicator? How do you guys sort of get him to communicate more and communicate better?
Make him talk. I mean, the basis of any great relationship, basketball is no different. I think communication is so key, and to be a coach and to have that back and forth between player and coach, you need that open line. You need that communication. You need somebody that you can, just put your shoulder around or step to the side and kind of ask for advice, ask what he sees, and just continue to pick his brain, because he's been around a lot of winning teams. Knows what works, knows how to get to that next level. And at the end of the day, you want to gain knowledge and take knowledge from somebody who's won before and been there and done that, and he's done that on multiple occasions.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Next we'll go to the line of Rory Carroll with Reuters.
Hey, Kevin. Just curious, can you talk a little bit about the schedule after a game like last night? Are you just eager to get out there? Is it a hindrance that you have to wait till Sunday to see that team again? Would you rather be playing tomorrow or even today and just get right back out there? Or do you weigh that against the rest and recovery from a game like last night?
I think a little bit of both. Naturally, especially the game ending in the fashion that it did, and knowing that we can get better in a number of areas, you want to get out there right away. I mean, there's no substitute for rest as well. We have a couple of days here where we can get our legs underneath us. Guys that played heavy minutes, get their rest, get their recovery, get in the gym, take care of your body, whatever you need to do. So it's definitely a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, you leave wanting more. So we'll be geared up and ready to go for Sunday. So we'll take the rest, but it's not for lack of wanting to get out there and play.
Hey.
Our next question is from Chris Farrell with Cleveland.com.
Hey, Kevin, you mentioned the Warriors' turnovers. At times they have been a high turnover team, so how much responsibility is on you guys to make it that way, and what can you do to try and force more turnovers than what you forced in Game 1?
Yeah, I think just make them fearless. That's something that, you know, I imagine Ty probably talked about, and you know, we can definitely do a better job of. They were, you know, really good on both sides. You know, being in attack mode, and you know, whether it was playing downhill or on the defensive end, push us out, making the catches tough for us. I think that, you know, at certain points we did that, but you know, we have to do that throughout, and that's how you have to play against a team like them, because if they're able to move freely and set good screens, the guys are able to just get a little bit of space or a little bit of breathing room, they could be so effective, and you know, that's what makes them tough. So that's definitely something that is, you know, our onus is definitely on us, and you know, that's a mindset. You know, we, like I mentioned, we need to understand when to take fouls, you know, when to be super assertive, super aggressive on the defensive end, and in the open court, know how we're going to fan out to different defenders, not open up the lane for certain guys, and just make second and third efforts get to 50-50 balls.
Thank you. We'll go to the line of Joe Barton, also Cleveland.com.
Hey, Kevin. That's I kind of wanted to ask that. You know, Ty had mentioned that you guys had gotten some coverages backwards last night, and that was in response to a question about Durant dunking with no one around him. What was the misunderstanding from a game plan perspective, and do you have it, feel like you have it corrected as far as everyone knows what they're supposed to do for Game 2?
Yeah, I think it's widely noted that they're a team, and coming into this series, we had talked about you know, cross matches, and guys, you know, they're gonna have different, you know, matches going up and down the floor, whether 1 through 5. So, you know, we obviously have to stop the ball first and foremost. I think that is very apparent, very obvious when you look at the film. And you know, when they feel good, and you know, they're going down the lane and getting easy buckets, or you know, we're helping a little bit too late, or you know, we're kind of parting the seas, they're able to get you know, especially in transition, get their crowd going and get easy buckets, hit out for three, swing passes, hockey assists, that sort of thing. So that's something where we're going to have to you know, just get better at it. But we've showed that we're capable of doing it. We know that looking at the film and coming in with our game plan that we missed some assignments, a number of assignments actually. So you know, it's not just the you know, the tap outs, the you know, turnovers, their lack thereof turnovers, only having 4. It's you know, definitely a number of things, and that was a big part of it, especially early on. You know, getting momentum, keeping that, having, you know, the 8-point lead at halftime, and then being the best third quarter team in the league. You know, we let them get out to a big run, and that was tough to get back from.
Thanks.
Kevin, thank you for participating. I'd like to thank both teams as well, and the media for joining us.